What I'm doing back here is creating a little, I don't know, stacking system. So it's not perfect, but it'll help keep the wood dry and away from things. So back here, sort of what we'll call behind the house, is this little like walkway, which you've seen me clear it in the past. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stack the woods here, put a tarp over them so that hopefully it, stays reasonably dry. I mean, it has gutters, it should, but stack the wood here and then put tarp over just to keep them safe, keep them somewhat dry. And I'm gonna do this little video mostly so I remember where all the pieces of wood are. This would be my reference to go like, oh yeah, that one I need, there it is. After some thought and looking through, after some thought and looking through what I actually have, I've decided to change my system a little bit. So, I'm gonna go inside. So what I've done is I put all the poles, the sort of squares and big rectangles, beams basically, put them out here. Now inside, I will keep all the planks for the moment, because we'll see. But I'm just trying to get organized so that I can move the storage unit in here. So the idea now is to take everything that's here, all this stuff, and stack it nicely over there against the wall to give me as much floor space for stuff from the container as possible. That's the plan. But it just involves moving the single heaviest items in the whole house. So there we go. I don't want to stack it too tall because that'll have its own set of issues, potentially falling over. So I'm trying to figure out how to move this table out enough that I can make a second row. I know the answer, I just don't want to do it. Okay, that was easier than I expected, to be honest. I'm just running out of space to move things to then have space. It's because right now I've got concrete drying. All this is taken up. All right. Need some spacers. Because to be honest, the beams are the things I care about. the most. Or sorry, the planks are the things I care about the most. Not saying I care about the most. They're the ones that I sort of have ideas and projects for. I've never had beams as an option before, so I don't have any ideas for them. This piece right here is the one that I think will hopefully be the center of our kitchen table. I'm also trying not to put it too close to the stove because I don't want to have to move all of this again in the winter if it has to stay here this long, this long. I know they look horrible right now, but I'm a believer in potential. So I see what things can be rather than necessarily what things are. And to me, this piece of wood has a huge amount of potential. Yeah, in the end, this is so much easier than taking everything all the way outside, trying to store it, all that. Plus, as I said, these are probably the pieces I'm going to want to work with first anyways. God, this thing's so thick. You know, I never had a boyhood fantasy of being like some sort of like manual labor, woodworking kind of guy. But boy, I now can fulfill that fantasy if I decide to make it my thing, which I kind of think it is at this point. I don't know. It's one of those things like I didn't plan for it, but now that it's here, you know, I'll take it and I'll enjoy it. But it was not my plan. I did not go intentionally down this path, but the path has laid itself out for me, and so I'm just agreeing to walk it. I hope. Done. Now, once the concrete comes in, plenty of space. But of course I gotta do still some cleaning in here, as you can tell. And get this place organized. But that should be plenty of, well, shit, I still gotta get that stuff out of the way. I am so happy to have all of this wood. I just wish I actually had a place to efficiently put it. My original idea when we got this property was I thought I could put it up in the rafters. And maybe I can. Someday, not today. I don't know. Technically, I don't know if they could support the weight of all that wood, but I was not expecting this volume of wood out of this house. But I have it now, and I don't really want to get rid of it yet. Again, if anybody has any ideas of projects I can do with all these old pieces of wood, please feel free to throw it in the comments. That's 30 more bags of concrete. I know some of you are probably like, why do you have two different colors? Well, the darker one comes from deck and this one comes from Hornbach. And I bought the deck yesterday thinking, oh, I'll just pick up more this morning at deck. Well, they're closed on Saturday. So I had to go to Hornbach. So now I got this. So, and they're also closed on Sunday. So I'll be finishing it off with this color stuff over top of all of this. Yes, I probably added too much water, but I like the sort of spreadability of all that. But it's not perfect. Like, I wouldn't put this in this version of a floor in my home, but this is my workshop. And as you can see by my previous one, and then the fact that there's rubber mats over dirt, and then there's wood, and then there's another concrete that's also falling apart, as you can see, places like there. So chances are in the near future, well, not near future, in the future, whenever I have the funds, we'll redo the floors. You know, I mean, like, look at the floors here. They're just destroyed over there. Same thing. I mean, this is all just rubber matting over top of dirt. And then same thing by the door here as well. So it all needs to be redone someday. So let's just think of this as a underneath what will be a future floor, but I had to get it at least up to, you know, the same height as the current floor. It's still not there. I got to do one more sort of little screed coat. Or is that what it's called? I don't know what it's called. The thin coat of concrete on the top that's sort of self-level-ishy, but just to sort of just make it level-ishy. So it's close, and I ran out of bags, so that's all I can do today. And I will pick up more on the way tomorrow, and hopefully get that to a point of enough to be able to hold all the stuff from the storage container. Today's been a lot. So I've been running around doing all of this. Let's see. So all of this. Took this wall down yesterday, and then now I'm having to discard all this rubble from it. Some of it, if it's big, I've been able to throw it out the window here, or throw it off the balcony, out into our lovely container down there. And if it's been small, I've had to walk it down. So that has both sucked, quite honestly. Like, neither of that has been fun. There we go. But my back hurts, and I'm not going to continue doing this today because I still have more to do, other things to do that are, I think, less strenuous, but need to get done also because, it's an endless list of things that need to get done. So here's the container. Woo! I can't believe it's like 3/4 full already, and I still have like a bit of the wall and a lot left to take out. But that's been fun. But along with that, I got a delivery from my favorite wood store, the Wood Store. That's actually the name of the place, Wood Store. They delivered the big beams for the gym. So these are the two big 12 by 18 centimeter beams that I'm going to have to put inside the roof of this building to make it so that it's supported so that I can then knock down the walls. So once I hold the mic. Once I can get these beams up into the rafters, it'll make it so that I can remove all of this, all these walls and these ceilings, so we can do a vaulted ceiling in here. Because it's going to be my wife's gym and whatever. And so she needs to be able to, of course, jump up and down and all that. So we got to give her some headspace. So that'll be an adventure because those are not light. But, what a thing. Never thought I'd have to do that in my lifetime. And then, of course, with the delivery, they also, since they were already delivering, they gave me a really good deal on a bunch of their scrap wood. So this is all the scrap wood that they gave me for a very reasonable price. And it's quite exciting because for the price that I made this, bought all of this for, I only have to make 5 picture frames. And that'll pay for all of this wood. So then everything else is just, profit / play, just extra wood. But it's beautiful wood. Some of this is gorgeous hardwood. Some of it's some of it's local larch. So it's mostly decking wood is what it often is. And if I can just mill it down and sort of get it down to the right sizes, the grain structure in them and the strength of them is absolutely stunning. So next thing I have to do that I won't hurt my back as much as I have to hold on, trying to do the microphone too. Trying to take all of this through that door and organize it up in the office space so it's out of the way. That's fun. And I tried out my oh, nope, all the coals have gone out now, but tried out the heater and it heats. No real problems with that, though it takes some finesse to figure it out. But boy, I need to repaint that. I'm thinking red, like fire engine red. Mostly because it'll help to maybe keep Natalie away from it. Sort of red danger color. That's my theory anyways, but who knows. Oh, and I forgot. The floor is done. Yes, there are problems with it. Yes, there's a sort of a valley right here. And yes, it did not blend well the 2 different days, but it was really just meant to be structural. Well, structural. It's meant to be solid so that I can put things on it. That's pretty much all it needed to do, and it seems to have done a very nice job of that. You might be seeing this over here. I found a bunch of dead birds all along this, inside the window here. Sort of between these panes of glass, there were a bunch of dead birds. It's very sad. So there's some feathers from the dead birds. But I'm not going to show them on YouTube. There probably are more of them elsewhere. Wow, that's a big hornet. Look at that thing. Ooh, that's a hornet and a half. Let's see, wait, focus. Look at that hornet. Anyways. So, functionally, everything's coming together. I've started to coordinate the moving of all the stuff in the container from my family. And hopefully my brother-in-law will be coming to help next week sometime. So I'm thinking I'll hold off on the beams installation for him, because that would be, I believe, very difficult for me to do by myself. I mean, I probably could do it, but boy, it'd be so much easier with a second person. So I might just hold off on that for him. But that's the update for now. I need to get to sorting wood just because it's in the way.